There's Matt Lodgewell. Funny game, rugby league. He played for the Roosters back in round 15. He's lining up against them this evening. And there's his front row partner, Toff Sipley. So the round underway. We are finals bound, and these are two clubs that are teetering on the precipice. Here comes JWH. And now a carry for, that's Suali'i, out past the 30. Jake Trebojevic there, wrapping him up in defence. And now Collins. Held there by the big back rower, Olakau'atu. And now Radley, who's back at lock. He spent some time playing on the edge, but into his more accustomed position. And now Nat Butcher. Good opening set this for the Roosters. Down inside Manly's half. And Keary, who is partnered by Drew Hutchison, plays his 6th game as a starting halfback tonight, which is surprising. He came through as a halfback, and those 6 games have all occurred in different seasons. That's a quirky one. He's one of the favourites for Trent Robinson, Hutchison. Here's the opening penalty of the game. Jason Sable smiles.
It's a head clash. We couldn't see on that angle. I think Billy Smith comes in from the side.
So Manly with a chance to reclaim a place inside the 8 with a win tonight. But if they were to lose this, they could drop to 11th. And they haven't featured in the top 8 since round 15. So they really are playing catch-up, as are the Roosters. And now some space here for Parker. Up over the halfway. Tackle made by Manu and Suali'i. And now Croker, and away for Lodge. An offload, a bounce, picked up by Schuster. And now Tuilagi. And there's the 6 again, Bell. So some momentum building behind Manly here. Croker. And now Sipley. Butcher there in defence. Jerry Evans. And away to Tolu Kola, the speedster on that right-hand side. Roosters' defence pretty good here on this set. That's been one of the areas that really has degenerated for them in season 2023 on last year. They are leaking considerably more points per game. It's something like 8 or 9 points a game on their defensive efforts from 2022. So Sipley down inside the 10. Centre of the SCG. Croker, and now Schuster. Lovely depth skill, but the defence was good.
Now Lindsay Collins is down in back plate, and he's holding an arm. A couple of weeks ago, I watched him come out of a tackle, and he had a burner down his arm, which is nerve pain from neck problems, and you can see how distressed he looks. But no doubt he's been carrying some sort of neck injury over the last couple of weeks. He reeled out of that tackle. Keep an eye on Lindsay Collins.
Well, he's so
here he is here at the bottom of the screen. And he'll come out of this holding an arm. You get all that nerve pain running down your arm.
Here's one tough cookie. And now Siwa Wong pushed back in the defence of Parker and Schuster. And now JWH. So if all goes to plan, and he plays every game from here on in, he'll bring up his 300th NRL game against the Rabbits at Allianz around 27. Won't that be something? And now Hutchison. Saab turns, chases, catches on the fly, but that's a good kick chase by the Roosters. They look on tonight. Brad Fittler, lovely evening sideline.
Oh, it's been a beautiful day. I've got to say the evening's a bit cold. I think it's that wind, big nor'easter behind the Roosters. It's quite cold sitting on the sideline. But apart from that, wonderful conditions. And if you look into the sky, there's a beautiful full moon. That means it could be unpredictable tonight.
Yes. What might we see? Thanks, Brad. Best seat in the house. Now, to that right-hand edge, which is always patrolled by Olakau'atu. He's got a real battle, the youngster, hasn't he, tonight, against the tearaway Olakau'atu. That's Siwa Wong opposing him. Ball played by Garrick. And Cherry Evans joined the 300 club last week. And Suali'i, he's been the topic of much debate over the last couple of weeks.
It's been 12 months.
True, yeah.
Over the top.
Nothing flashy about this opening period by the Roosters. There's a penalty. He got driven into the ground there, Tupou.
Yeah, we mentioned these two teams played against each other only 6 weeks ago, and it's a terrific game out there at Brookvale Oval. Only 2 points of difference in the end, and you can see the respect they have for each other in the way both teams have started. Pretty conservative, very physical, neither wanting to give an inch. Looks like a good game brewing.
Very willing. Correction to that round 27 game is at the core, not Downs. Don't go the wrong way. So Lindsay within 15 of the line. The Roosters first look at Manly's end, and Keary working with Tedesco. That's nice play. Tupou for the corner. It was good spirited defence. I don't think he's got it down.
No, he hasn't got it down, but more drama and back play. Matt Lodge is down holding a knee.
Yeah, he signalled straight to the sideline. I don't want to preempt anything too bad, but it didn't look good.
Oh, you saw it twist then.
Yeah.
The stud slipped, and here's Tupou on the outside.
Good hustle.
Great defence. That's a try save.
He's scored 5 tries in his last 3 games at the cricket ground, Daniel Tupou. And they enjoy playing here. They won 3 of their last 4 penalty.
He signalled straight to the sideline, Matt Lodge, as though he knew something bad.
They're testing the stability there of the cruciate ligament. And the way he twisted, and the way it bent, I think it's more like a medial ligament. Watch the right leg. The way it twists there. Maybe he just got a fright. Jeez, he's looking big, isn't he? He's a big man, but jeez, he's put some size.
He was a big kid too. He was that size when he was 14. He's leaving the field.
Okay, well, they've just brought him over to the club to try and bolster that middle, so that's a bit of a blow for Anthony Seibold's men. Bullamore's on the ground to replace Lodge and Olakau'atu.
He knew straight away, Matt Lodge. You hope against hope.
Now Schuster, and now Tuilagi off his left shoulder. Good defence, Hutchison. Down on the 20. Who's going to flinch first here? Oh, Jake Trebojevic nearly got through. Maria Hargreaves dragged him to the ground. They're down inside the 10 though. Here's Cherry Evans and Olakau'atu. That's another good tackle. Brandon Smith, Tedesco, Keary. Last play, skinny short side. DCE fires it over there. Deft kick to the in goal, and Tedesco is going to be trapped here.
That's a very clever kick. No room to move, no space in front, but he just very calmly put his foot to the ball and rolls it into the in goal. There's nothing on for him here. So he just off the instep, gets it into the in goal. His chasers do the rest and force them back into the field, back into the in goal area.
10, guys.
Nice work.
So Keary is going to kick it about 15. Oh, Tupou got over the top, but we've got a touch judge waving the flag, and we've got a penalty to Manly.
Daniel's left.
So his foot was on the line when he touched the ball, so that's out on the
Kick out on
full.
the full because Daniel left the touch line.
Not one anyway. They're going to take the 2 here, Manly, and that's interesting. It's been very much a feeling out period to start this game, and the Sea Eagles are trying to open their account. So Ruben Garrick to edge closer to 1,000 NRL points in just his 5th season. Close to joining that illustrious club. He's got 946 now. He's done a very meritorious job wearing Tom Trebojevich's number 1. They are big boots to fill, but he's a reliable footballer. And Anthony Seibold's team looking for back-to-back wins for the first time under his coaching.
Just looking at Manly's interchange bench, if Matt Lodge doesn't come back, there's only Ethan Bullymore, who's gone on, normally plays it on edge. I'd say he's playing in the middle, but then Aaron Woods is the other middle. The other two, Ben Trebojevic is an outside back or a back rower, and Dean Madison also is utilities. Big test for their middle.
Early shift here, Kohler, Saab. There's the veteran looking on, Aaron Woods. It's a risk-free start to the game.
A very slow start. Really, they're kind of standing still as they get the ball. No one's really charged onto it.
Are we blaming the full moon?
I don't know what to blame yet.
Well, there was nothing in it at Brookie 5 weeks ago. A couple of points the difference. This is looking along similar lines potentially. Cherry Evans from behind his 40-metre line. The catch is taken by Suali'i.
Well, when the Roosters were at their best, and they've been good for a long time, but when they were at their best, it always felt like they had 20 players on the field in defence. Just appeared to be no gaps at all. And I see Manly very cautious tonight. Wherever they go, the Roosters seem to have got them covered.
So here's Collins, despite that issue he seems to be grappling with. They'll just run it up all night. Tough as they get. Hutchison down the right-hand edge to Manu. Wrapped up by Brad Parker. Hutchison, Radley, Keary. Kohler came shooting out of the line there, but Cherry Evans made the tackle on Nat Butcher. Quick play the ball. Keary dinks it up in the air. There's a running challenge. That's brilliant by Smith. Has he scored? They might have rallied to stop him. What a good catch. At full tilt.
You can.
He's a player of great potential, Billy Smith. The last 2-3 years, hardly playing any footy. He's had shoulder reconstructions, knees. They actually sent him away to America to one of those clinics to test his body. And he's totally changed. Changed his diet, changed pretty much everything in his life. And he's fingers crossed he's been injury-free all year.
Big athletic
Player of great potential.
Here's Ray Bunga. Now, if you remember back when Manly played Melbourne in round 7, that was his first game. And he came racing in and flattened a few of the Melbourne Storm players.
There's a bit of argy-bargy there. No, there's a drop ball here.
Ah, there's a little window for the Roosters here.
There's just no momentum about the Manly Seagulls tonight. They look tired. They're standing still, passing the ball. No one's really running with any venom. There's a challenge, is it?
Grant, we have a captain's challenge from Manly. Disputing the decision of a lost ball. They believe it's
Garrick was pointing at Victor Radley, saying he raked the ball.
Well, it's early in the game to go for your challenge, so you want to be confident.
Well, you can't see on there. Is that Victor's hand, left hand on that ball? Yeah, he rakes at the ball.
Just looking to see if there's any intent to strip.
Victor just looks guilty with everything, doesn't he?
Because
he's just got that look.
Because he is.
Because he is.
He just looks guilty.
I can imagine the primary school teacher when they go to work the first day of the year and they go, oh, no, I got Victor Radley.
Victor Radley strips the ball from Ruben Garrick. The challenge is successful.
Guilty.
Guilty. Yes, Brad?
Over here, darling.
No.
Isn't that wonderful? It was actually the full moon last night. Tonight, 95.7% full moon. That's a lot of moon, Andrew.
Put the crystals out, Freddie. There's good energy in the world at the moment.
Take from here, keep holding.
It all gets a bit weird. Or the 96.7% mood is shining down.
I know it gets weird when Fittler and Johns work together. That's all I know.
Play the ball there on one. Go.
Full moon or not.
DCE with an exploration through the middle. The pass to Sipley. Back to Cherry Evans now. Cut out pass. Finds his man. Vaenga on the wing. Stepping, weaving, powering. He is a unit.
How was that? 6 to go.
Oh, a bobble, but they maintain possession. Bullimore with a restarted tackle count. Who's going to flinch first? Haven't thrown much attacking football at each other, but here's a great chance now with Kelma Tuilangi within 12 metres of the line. Schuster, Croker, and Jake Trebojevic. Oh, a nice pass and a lovely angled run there by Olakau'atu, but a great tackle.
6 to go.
Oh,
Another one.
tackles piling up. Sipley. Oh, they've got the bell on loop at the moment. Across to Cherry Evans. Oh, it's gone to ground. He hustled back to dive on the loose ball. Crisis averted. And now Ethan Bullimore. 15 metres out. BCE to that right-hand edge. And Kohler versus Butcher. On the 10. They're still just banging away at them here. Croker. Schuster, Parker at speed. That's a good tackle, isn't it? Manu wrapped him up and dragged his legs away. 15 out, fourth tackle. Bullimore with a one-out carry. How many tackles have they had? About 15 tackles down here. Roosters haven't flinched yet. Cherry Evans, he's got Saab out there leaping over the top of them. He couldn't control the ball.
The matchup I was looking forward to tonight was big man on the right, Olakau'atu, up against Luke Keary. And they get him one-on-one. That was the line when they went outside in. Keary got down below. Because of that legs tackle, got a 6 to go. So watch out for that battle tonight, Olakau'atu on Keary.
He actually knocked that back there, Sub. So if Kohler was a bit closer to the ball, there was a try-scoring opportunity. As it is, the Roosters have it. Nearly 17 minutes of play gone. No tries to account for. Another penalty.
Yeah, that's as good as I've seen the Roosters' defence all season. Only 17 minutes in. They've got to maintain it for the 80 minutes. Well, I said earlier, when they were really on as a football team and you played against them, you felt like they had 20 players out there in defence. They just had you covered. They've had Manly covered with every ball movement tonight. So they'll be looking to keep that up. It's as good as I've seen them look in defence all year.
I mentioned those stats. So they conceded 18 points a game last year. I overcooked it a little. It's 23 points per game this season. So they are conceding a fraction more than a try per game extra. They pride themselves on their defensive resolve. It hasn't always worked for them so far, but they're showing good fortitude tonight. Here's Brandon Smith. Away to Billy Smith. Billy punches through. He's having an impact tonight, and he's within 11 metres of the Manly line. Back to Tedesco. Up against the big boppers in the middle. He's got 80 tackle busts this year, Teddy. It's not bad. I say he's not having his best season as far as impact goes, but that's pretty good. Kick out wide again. Taken by Tupou. Try! He's such a target. And he fields the kick and plonks it down, and we have got our first try of the game.
Yeah, one-on-one. At the other end of the field, Jason Saab out-leapt Daniel Tupou to get a touchback. Harvey Norman replayed down this end. Perfect from Luke Keary. And this time Tupou gets above his opposite number and reaches out to put the ball down. That's brilliant. Lovely competition between the two. Very tall men, adept in the air. They're both kick targets, but this time the Rooster comes out on top.
So he went past Anthony Minicello, of course, against the Broncos last week, and that's his 141st try. It's quite an honour, isn't it, to be the leading try scorer for this very famous club.
He's been a great player. Real target in the air, as we saw then. There's the record.
Some great names there.
And Sean Kenny Dow, 120.
Yeah, well, Foundation Club, they've been in the competition every year since inception. They've had some wonderful players play the game for them, particularly great finishers. Great Bill Mullins, Dave Brown, Anthony Minicello, Sean Kenny Dow, as we just saw on the list there. But here's number 1, Daniel Tupou.
So the Roosters do breach Manly, I suppose, from a kick, an aerial kick. I don't know if you'd classify that as a breach, but it's a try. No, what about that? A right to left swinger. Great kick, Suali'i. Roosters 6, Seagulls 2. A loss for the Roosters tonight would have pretty much stamped them out, you'd have to say. Going to put them 4 points adrift of 8th place, and given the competition for spots there, that is very difficult to overcome. Danica, some breaking news for us.
Yes, Matt Lodge has succumbed to that knee injury. He will not be back into the action tonight. He has been ruled out. The medical staff at this point don't want to say just what they are thinking in terms of severity. They said that they will wait to see what scans say in the morning. But you could see he was quite frustrated when he came from the field. So hopefully it's not as bad as what they fear.
Well, that's hard luck in his 3rd game for the club. Thanks, Danica. How good's Billy Smith going?
Oh, he's a player.
Now Radley and Hutchison. He was flat-footed, but he fired it away to Manu. He left one behind. And now Suali'i stepping back towards the centre of the ground. Bit more flair on this set by the Roosters. And Keary out towards that man again, Tupou, who's got a running catch coming. Oh, the ball's been spilled backwards, and Manly are going to get it back, but there's a penalty anyway. It's a Rooster penalty.
Instruction by Tolu. You've denied Daniel a good chance to take that ball,
Daniel
mate.
Tupou off the ball.
Man.
What do they do here? Joseph Suali'i, that was a beautiful kick. The Daniel Tupou try. That's a soft one.
7 penalties already. Back at 6 again also. But the Roosters looming here. That was a sloppy play of the ball, but he got away. Did he get away with it? I thought I heard a whistle, maybe like the P had come out of it. It wasn't a great whistle. It wasn't a whistle at all in the end. Tedesco.
We've got another 6 to go.
Goodness me, they're stacking up. Teddy.
That's 7 already.
Wow. And now Manu. The two gun attackers linking together. Tedesco across the ground. Manu inside the 10. Brandon Smith. And Hutchison and JWH again. Only 2 tackles have expired here. Smith out the back. Oh, Keary. Wrapped up beautifully by DCE. Uh-oh. It's come off his leg. And now here's Siwa Wong. Wow. He swatted Parker away. Now a short side rate. Manu, so hard to stop here. Try. He's gone straight over them and scored.
He's a beast, this man. What a wonderful player. He makes things happen out of absolutely nothing. There's not much on here other than the fact there's one marker, and that's a signal to run from dummy half, which he does. But just physicality. Harvey Norman replay. Get out of my way. That was just sheer will. One dummy half, one marker, bang. bang, plants the ball down.
Well, Brad Parker's one of the best defensive centres in the competition. And that was on the back of Siwa Wong. Here he goes. Here's a Brad Parker. Harvey Norman Reaper. He throws him away.
Wow.
And that gets the quick play of the ball in one marker. And then look at this burst. Look at this contact. Whack. Yeah. Over the top. Balance, power, strength. Freddie.
They got the quick play of the ball, but didn't get an advantage of the amount of people down the blind side. Normally you'd only go shooting down a blind side if you had an overlap, but he decided, well, I'll take this anyway and I'll just run over these two. He is an absolute weapon. Normally you'd come down here if you got a 2-on-1, but you got the winger, the back rower, and he runs over the centre.
Well, we saw on that
He's a
clip.
player.
We saw on that clip there, Brad Parker coming out of that challenge with Siwa Wong. He was holding his shoulder. You see, he's on the ground there.
The last couple of weeks, Andrew, they held a big lead against the Sharks.
Brad Parker's gone off.
Yeah, they held a big lead against the Sharks and nearly got run down in dramatic circumstances. Last week, I felt they got very tired late against the Dragons. Tonight, they've started really slow. Great kick.
Jeez, a good goal kicker, isn't he? What a great kick.
About the number of penalties and infringement. You guys are in a similar sort of position down here.
Well, that was just determination. That was want. He barreled his way over under the glowing, almost full moon, beaming down on the Gotcha for Life Cup. Short restart. They're going to get the ball back. And a penalty as well.
Well, Siwa Wong said to his teammate here, don't get involved, I've got this ball. And he just took his time trying to take it away from Schuster. And as he did, the referee called held, gave away the penalty. But he knew he had it all the time.
So Woods is on the ground. They've had no luck at all with injuries in the early exchanges here. Lodge gone and Parker gone.
Yeah, they look busted to me, Manly. They've looked tired at the back end of the last two games. Tonight, they just look busted. Roosters doing everything quicker.
Here's Woods. Trademark carry. Smith tackles him 5 short. DCE. And on the inside, Olakawatu. He doesn't like that. He's shaking his head at the referee, who blows another penalty.
Yeah, we've had 6 again, and that is now our 8th or 9th penalty. So it's 15 times he's ruled in the first 25 minutes.
So more ball for Manly, and they've had a lot of ball right against the Roosters line, but really they haven't looked like breaking them. Let's see if they can do something here with it. Well, Cherry Evans.
I'm yet to see Cherry Evans pass the ball to Josh Schuster. Both stayed on either side of the field.
A scurry from dummy half. Does he get there? He does. Croker in his 100th for Manly.
I have no try.
Oh!
Confirm there is a knock on over the try line.
That looks like a guilty man too. I'd be calling. Cops one on the beak.
Well, it's raked at by Tedesco, but they may look at the high shot from Victor Radley. But Tedesco, he's raking at the ball. Would this possibly be a penalty try?
Well, in the act of scoring.
No.
In the act of scoring, that's okay.
I think he pulls his hand off the ball.
James Tedesco is just trying to hold the ball up. Lachlan Croker moves his arm forward, which causes it to fall out before the try line.
Yeah.
We have a decision.
I reckon Tedesco's playing in his arm. He copped one over the top there, Croker. But I could tell, CG, he only had a pair of 2s.
That's no good, I assume.
No.
Right.
I had better than that.
So again, Manly unable to come up with anything with repeated plays down on the Roosters line. Danica, more news.
Yes, Brad Parker has come from the field. When he came off, he was actually for a head injury assessment, so he's gone up the tunnel. It's been classified as showing category 2 symptoms, so he'll go through the protocols over the next 15 minutes, and he was pulled off as a result of the trainer calling it. And just an update on Matt Lodge, who's come out onto the bench here without his boots on. You can see his night is definitely over, but the good news is that he was able to walk over here in not a lot of pain, which is certainly positive signs.
Thanks, Danica. That was a massive run by Collins. A booming charge, and then a penalty on the back of it. They have the running here on the scoreboard. And
here's the run. Boom.
Oh.
That's brave. And Andrew, if he's got some neck pain there, or he's getting burners from nerve damage, to be so fearless with his charges, that's real courage, isn't it?
It's horrible. Horrible, horrible pain. Nerve pain going down the arm. If it is that.
Fearless. That's him in one word. Oh, Billy's dropped one. Cherry Evans is going to kick it ahead. Oh, Kohler into the clear. Did he get held off there by Tupou?
Well, this would be a sin bin. It's all right to shoulder, but Tupou puts the left arm out. This has to be a sin bin.
At the moment, it's a penalty. I believe that he's played him. Take his feet out. You can challenge it. You can challenge it.
I challenge it that he didn't play him out.
Yeah. We'll do it quickly. Comes up.
Now, what's he going
It's already over. It's already over. It's already over.
Yeah, Tupou puts the left arm out. Is that a sin bin?
Well, I suppose they'll say that that wasn't in the act of scoring, if you will. They were out from the goal line, as it were. That's the only thing that saved him. Gee, we've seen this movie before. Manly with a fresh set right down on the Roosters line.
Well, they're going to need something a little different. Maybe an early grubber kick, or because they haven't really looked like breaching them yet.
Oh, this is Jared Warrior-Hargreaves. He hits Jake Trbojevic late after he passes.
Now, this might be sin bin, or we'd be getting towards sin bin territory with all these penalties, wouldn't we?
But the issue is the number of penalties. Okay, it's now, if there's any more, you know what's going to happen. Talk to him right now. Talk to him now. No more.
It's 11 penalties. Goodness.
Well, that was pretty late. He passed it on Tuesday and he hit him on Friday.
And mate, you can't hit Jake though.
Wasn't it?
You can't hit Bambi.
There he is again. Oh, they got me. Anything coming?
But once again, I haven't seen the halves play together. Cherry Evans got to play to Schuster. Creative players play together.
Here he is. The ball playing whiz. Ben Trbojevic out there. Gee, they've been very good in defence. They haven't given them a sniff. Woods. Fifth play again. Ben Trbojevic. Well, they're going to go to ground with it.
Leave the ball there, Ben.
Yeah, they look very, very tired tonight, the Sea Eagles.
Well, for mine, this was their grand final to get into the 8 tonight, Manly. Next week, they have Penrith at home, and then they got Warriors away. So they have to win this game.
And just continuing with that too, so the Roosters with this needing to win all their remaining games, it's not an unmanageable situation for them as Smith gets in the clear again. What a ball. Keary's there. He'll do well to stay in, but does that. So the only opponent the Roosters play in their last 4 games that sits inside the 8 is Souths. They've got Dolphins, Eels and Tigers. If they could find a bit of form, they might win them all. Tedesco on play number 4. Smith waiting. Hutchison. Kicks high. Into the corner. Oh, brilliantly weighted. It's Warringah. The young tearaway winger. There's a bit of George Tupou about him. He loved jamming black and white, didn't he?
The chiropractor.
Yeah. Doesn't bop Bill though. Here he is. Warringah out past the 30. Telstra has some of the best defence in the business, tackling millions of cyber threats every day. Sherry Evans again. How are they going to get through here, Gus? What are they going to do?
Well, I said it right from the first 5 minutes. They just look different tonight, the Roosters, and Manly look very confused by it. It's like the Roosters have watched Manly train all week. They know exactly where it's going, who's getting it. Mind you, I think Manly are playing slow. They just...
So Smith tackled by Kohler again. Butcher came into this game having made the 4th most tackles of any player in the comp this year. That's Sandon Smith on the ground now.
He's playing dummy half.
And Sandon Smith has replaced Brandon Smith.
That's right. He backpedals there, Reuben Garrick. Look at that kick chase. He's trying to find some sort of opening, Garrick, but they've got him.
Manly need a spark. Quick ball to Saab, length of the field try, something to get them excited.
Here's Ben Trebojevic. They muscle up on him. Hutchison tackles him on the 20. Oh, big shot on Madison. It's JWH. And now Woods just trundling through the middle of the park. Wong and Butcher, they combine to stop him. And it goes to DCE now. Taken by Tedesco. And Olakau'atu with some physicality in that tackle on the Roosters and New South Wales and Australian captain. Sualiki. To the halfway, Trebojevic halts his progress. It goes through Keary and Tedesco with a little bit of room there. They were just retreating that Manly defensive line, but they dragged him down. Oh, 6 more on tackle 4. That hurts. That really stings. Collins again. Got an Origin man of the match this year. He got dragged into the ground by Olakau'atu, Sandon Smith. Hutchison, Keary. There's a bit more zest to what the Roosters are doing. They're promoting the ball both sides. Here's Manu into dummy half. The 5 out. What have they got in store here? That wasn't part of the game plan, was it? Played by Butcher. Hutchison. Firing it out to Keary. He kicks through. Long's chasing. It's just a fraction long, but it's not a bad result in the end.
Hey, Gus, I want to ask you about playing at the SCG, the cricket pitch. Would you avoid it in game plans?
Well, it depends if it was what time of year it was, whether it was wet or dry. I played for a month in a final series where the cricket pitch was as hard as the Anzac Parade outside. You'd have rather played on the highway than played on the cricket pitch. It looks nice and lush there tonight.
Just look at them trying to change angles on it.
Yeah.
You know, around that area, you'd play down the corridors.
In the old days, when it used to get wet, it was like a bog in there. It would suck your boots off.
Stay behind.
You'd sink right down. It was.
Gee, that'd give the curator a shock when he's preparing a pitch, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I've got some teeth out there on the cricket pitch somewhere too. I left some. Bunny Riley knocked my teeth out there. They're out there in the middle there somewhere.
I thought they enjoyed that.
Yeah. Bunny used to start at the neck and work up.
This is dangerous. Another try for the Roosters makes it really hard for Manly. Teddy dancing, nearly through. 5 until the break, and Manly really have to defend.
Another
it's
six
another
to go.
6 again.
He loves
Fair
it.
dinker. Oh. Oh, well. Didn't matter. Bradley with a pretty straightforward drop there.
I go down to Brad Fittler. How much dew's on the surface, Freddie? Because the ball looks quite slippery.
Yeah, there is a little bit, but I've got to say the wind's done a pretty good job of taking most of it off. You were talking about the cricket pitch before. The other distinct thing about this ground, which the Roosters haven't really capitalised on, is there's a big slope off the middle of the pitch. And if you're thinking where the Roosters are running, for a right foot kicker, a 40-20 with the breeze, I'm thinking Daly Cherry Evans in the second half. It shouldn't be too difficult. There's a real steep slope coming off the pitch down to the corner post.
Okay, well, he's a master at the 40-20, so let's see if he has a dash at one. Danica, more news. Busy night.
Yes, Brad Parker has just passed his head injury assessment. He's just running back onto the field now. We did also see Ethan Bullymore come from the field. He went straight up to the sheds, but he's now back on the bench, and we have had it confirmed by the medical team that it was just a toilet break.
Okay. Oh, well, when nature calls.
She's on the job, Danica.
We won't investigate a toilet break any further than we need to. Ball goes to Cherry Evans now. Straight to Suali'i. Andrew, they're not offering a lot with the ball.
Oh, look, there's the boot.
The boot's gone.
It's gone.
That'll be on a length when the cricket season starts. Now Sandon Smith. Now Tedesco.
It did. It's bulleye soil. If it was like a quagmire out there. It would suck your boot off. You have to go run back and find it.
Now Butcher charges off a Keary pass. Oh, it's another penalty on tackle 4.
Got to release him, mate. Hands all over him. Yeah, play back down.
Well, it's a big set of 6 here for the Eagles. They got to hold on.
It's a big set for the Roosters, Andrew. They've got to improve their attacking strike power. They need to run one in here. They've scored 1 try from a bomb and 1 from a dummy half run. They need to manufacture something here. Manly are there for the taking.
Here's Collins.
He's been enormous.
Big 2 minutes this, in the context of both teams' seasons, you'd say. Tedesco, back to the middle. Hutchison, oh, he busted through to a Lungi's tackle. He's 5 metres out. Couldn't believe his luck there. Sandon Smith, back to Aria Hargreaves, then Keary, and then Smith, and now Tupou. He's got that down in midair. He is so good, and they have scored their 3rd try in the shadows of half-time.
Well, a couple of things to look for here. The right winger for Manly, Jason Saab, he slips over. Harvey Norman replay, just a run around play. Saab will slip over. Billy Smith gets on the outside, then the flick out the back, and Tupou, yeah, he gets it down. Once again, beautiful work from Billy Smith. He gets into space, got that ball in the left hand, and watch the left hand Gidley flick out the back, and then Tupou. That's a great finish.
When you know how to score them, you know how to score them. Tupou gets his feet up out of the ground. Look at that, beautiful. Reaches out. Just brilliant. They needed that, the Roosters. They needed to manufacture one.
Joseph Suali'i's kicked 2 beautiful goals. King mock here. We'll put the mock on him. He puts them up and shapes them. Watch Jason Saab slip over. Any night game, every player should be wearing screw-in boots.
So another one to the try-scoring tally for Daniel Tupou. You know Gus used to wear nail-in studs?
I heard him say that.
Oh.
That's the old boots.
A few of them out on the cricket pitch as well. Suali'i.
Look at
How
this.
about that? What a kick.
What a beautiful strike.
So the Roosters, they wanted to come out here and start this run towards the finals, hopefully for them a winning run, and the first half has been all theirs, 18-2.
Someone's got to show some energy early here.
So they're missing a big one in particular at the back. So Woods with a resumption here under lovely winter's evening at the picturesque SCG. What a spot. And an early shift, and Garrick joins in. Well, there's a bit of spark about that. Now Kelma Tuilangi. It's a formidable back row combination, isn't it? He on the left and Ola Kawatu on the right-hand side. Croker. And the charge by Dean Madison. Scored a try on debut at Brookie a couple of weeks back. I think it was his first touch of the ball as well. Ryan's brother. So Garrick held on the last play, and Cherry Evans kicks deep. There's a 2 deep. Ooh, he doesn't often get that wrong.
Well, that's that wind Brad Fittler spoke about. The northeast wind behind Manly. Just overcooked it.
Sandon Smith is his 9th NRL game, the 20-year-old. He's from Gosford and has got a chance here in a team where he may not have thought he was going to get the opportunity. Freddie, to you, if you're looking after Manly here and trying to find a way into the game from an attacking perspective, what are you thinking?
Well, you've got to get out of your own end. They defended their try line a lot in the first half. I think there were signs early when they had Ola Kawatu going at Keary. So I don't think the formula's too difficult. I think Cherry Evans will learn a lot out of that first kick. So if we can get on the back of that in the second half, it'll the game will look very different if you're down the other end.
So JWH with all his power and punishment. 11 metres short. Hutchison kicks out towards Swali'i. Up he goes, takes the catch. They don't wrap him up. And Wong back to Manu. Oh, he threaded the needle there, but good recovery from Tuilangi.
Yeah, not a bad spot to give the ball back. 2 metres out, right in the corner. They'll compress their line here, the Roosters. Hand out some punishment.
Well, this is what Brad said. You've got to get out of here. There's a starting point. And these are hard runs. Here's Parker. Held in the tackle of Wong. Croker. Madison, Cherry Evans, Garrick. Good defence. Good, strong, imposing defence. Smith and Butcher. Gee, 5th tackle, and they're not even at their 30 yet. Right up against it tonight, Manly.
He's pulled out a torpedo there, Cherry Evans.
He struck that beautifully. Bounces around just inside the 20, and back comes Suali'i. The 2023 NRL and NRLW Telstra Premiership Grand Finals are on at Accor Stadium. Sunday, October 1. Don't miss your chance to witness history. Head to nrl.com/tickets to secure grand final tickets right now. It's always a fabulous day. Showpiece event on the calendar.
Oh, here
Lost
we go.
ball.
It was an offload, a late offload there that went forward.
Where do you want the scrum?
That off Siwa Wong.
Where do you want it?
He's this young man. He's only a baby in rugby league terms, and he's playing in the forward.
Oh.
In a couple of years, a couple more off seasons. Look at him now. He's already a beast. Imagine 2 or 3 years.
He played for Fiji at the World Cup in 2021.
Oh, there's been a boom about him everywhere you've gone. Talking about in the schoolboy rugby union, the GPS competition, he was just handing out punishment. How old is he? He's only 18 still, 19.
20. 20. He came through actually last year from SG Ball all the way through the New South Wales Cup.
Look at the size of him.
Come on, Manly. Let's see if you can strike a blow here. Make it interesting towards the back end. Parker. Collins still toiling away, as he always does. And now Schuster for Jake Trebojevic. 16 metres shy. Schuster now. Again, fourth tackle. Again, they are positioned for an attacking raid. And Croker tries to cut through the middle. He nearly got there earlier. He's denied by Tedesco. 2 metres short. Woods, Jerry Evans, Dick. Up they go. Flying. Couldn't catch it, Saab.
The goal line drop out.
Couldn't get a hold of it.
Check. I think it might be a knock
He's
on
got
by
all that
Daniel first, but it might be
athleticism in the
a
air, but
quick.
couldn't come down with the footy. He had a good look at it.
Yeah, the referee saying it was all Daniel Tupou who knocked the ball dead.
Is there a knock on by Daniel first?
I thought Daniel Tupou knocked it forward into Saab's hand.
We're just having another look. Yeah, they're going to change
Okay, it's
that.
gone backwards off Daniel, out off Jason, so it's going to be a 20-minute restart.
Seeing Saab's got a hand on that. So 20-metre restart.
Yes, Freddie.
Well, the difference between the two jumps from the attacking players, when Daniel Tupou scored the try, he just managed to get on the inside of Saab. That way you can see Saab trying to get there, but Tupou's body positioning was just perfect. He had to go through him. Maybe Jason learned something from that.
Here's Suali'i. Smith passes off the ground. Radley the Butcher.
You're going forward, you're taking Daly out.
Take two. Radley now. Collins once again. Punching through the middle of the ground. Right on top of Gus's teeth. And now Hutchison takes on the defence. He's busted them. Dragged down by Garrick. Manu into first receiver. Keary and Tedesco. Ball's been left behind. Garrick scurries. Oh, Daly Jerry Evans has knocked it on. But it's a Roosters knock on in the first instance.
The full moon.
Okay, coming up to tackle 5. We're the captain's
I think
challenge
it's knocked
from the
down
Roosters.
accidentally
It's been
by
a
a Manly
decision that,
player
it's a knock
making
on
the
from Billy
tackle
after the pass, the initial pass.
on Tedesco.
My ruling.
Tedesco looks to turn the ball inside. Kohler making the tackle, and his arm knocks the ball down.
The ball is passed backwards by James Tedesco. Tolu Kula then knocks the ball on. The challenge is successful.
The captain's challenge. So Tolu's knocked it on. It's in scrum. Where do you want the feed? Okay, it's going to be a scrummer in the middle. Yeah, keep talking, Joe. Yeah, Case. Yeah, Case.
So
Up here.
not even the
Over here, guys,
captain's
it's 12
challenge has
out.
gone their way. Hey, he's an attacking weapon, Kohler. How do they work him into the game?
Well, that side of the field, you've got the skill of Cherry Evans, the power of Olakuatu, and the speed of Kohler. You've got to get together those three.
Keary, Manu, Tedesco. Brilliant take by Suali'i. That was slick hands.
And only Trent Robinson will be happy that play one off a scrum.
I think Jake's offside. And he's going to get RSI. Ashley Klein with all this arm waving.
It's going to come out of its socket shortly.
He's Nat Butcher.
You're going forward. You
This
can't release
game
it.
is being played at training pace. This is like a Tuesday afternoon training session.
Hutchison, Manu. It's lost one by Parker.
It's just in slow motion.
Now Teddy had a look, dumped it out for Hutchison. Now Lindsay. Well, he doesn't go at anything less than full rat power. Couple out. Good quick play of the ball. Keary changed direction as he caught it. Beat Cherry Evans. Doesn't beat Madison. They're stationed right. They go to Hutchison. Here we go. Out wide. Tall timber. Up they go. Swaliti got it back. Manu threads a kick. Parker taps it away.
Well, that's pretty clever to get a line drop out of that. Crossfield kick. Swaliti with the grab. Back to Manu. Instantly foot the ball and feathers it nicely into the end goal. Look at that. That's skill. Brad Parker's left with no option. I'd imagine with the score line and the possession they've had, they'll try a short one here. Cherry Evans.
Oh, dear.
That was a shocker.
That's a shank.
He kicked across his body. The right footing. The angles are to kick to his left, not to his right.
Roosters need a try here. That might sound funny at 18-2, but they need one to start this attacking machine going.
Oh, he got jolted, Teddy. Great tackle on Kawatu. I think the game needs a try. Here we go. Wave, wave, wave. Maria Hargreaves. Hello, Ashley. He's waved to everyone in the crowd tonight. Hutchison. Dummies and runs. Back to Teddy. He's looking ominous. Creeping into the game. They can almost touch the line from there. It comes away to Keary. Double pump. And Smith can't get through. He takes off short side. Sandon Smith. Oh, he got dragged back. Olakawatu again. Bradley and Keary and Hutchison. They've got numbers out here. Manu wants the ball. He gets it. Can he position his winger? He's holding them away. He's going to score again. He's remarkable. They had every right to tackle him there. He just wouldn't give up. Kept driving towards the line.
5 here, Grant.
And we think he scored. Oh, no, we don't.
No try. Confirm the ball is always held up. Yep, coming up to 5. It'll be a play the ball.
Well, Joey Manu's claimed it. Put the finger in the air and celebrated. I'm not going to tell from that angle. There's the ball way up there. It's nowhere near the turf. He's a fibber.
Jeez, it's a bit rich claiming that.
He's telling fibs, Joey Manu.
Joseph Manu is always held up. We have a decision.
Call him a fibber. I'd love the bunker to say that. Joseph Manu is fibbing. He got nowhere near the ball. Nowhere near the ground.
You want to mark it? Wait.
Hey, shift left, Keary. Here comes Tupou. Didn't quite work.
Where do you want it? It's touched backwards. Where do you want it? In the middle. Play the ball in the middle.
Chuckling at?
It's touched in and out.
Big game tomorrow night.
I think something may happen tomorrow night at Bluebet that we'll talk about.
Big game. Panther v Storm had quite the rivalry.
Looking at the teams on paper, Big Nelson back. This will be a hell of a game.
Well, Penrith went past them like they were tied to the fence down in Melbourne.
Yeah. No Nathan. No Nathan that night.
Yeah, Storm got out to 14-0 in no time, and you thought, well, gee whiz, game on. And Panthers, I think, put up about 36 unanswered points. Just ran roughshod over them.
Oh, he came flying out, Manu, and he scared them, and he's got it back here. Came off a leg. Good hustle. Suali'i. See, they can nearly knock them out here. Radley. Can't cut through. On the 10. Manly trying to get back in position. The Roosters looming here. Smith holds him off, scores the try. Big, strong strapping centre and a great run, and they've jagged their fourth.
Yeah, he's actually looked threatening all night. And he's had a couple of those flick passes out with the left arm. This time he holds on to it, which takes Saab's attention. He's a big, strong boy. Harvey Norman replay. What's this? It's a ball in the left arm. Shapes for that sort of pass, but then just pushes past Saab. Muscles his way to the in goal. Lovely try.
Yes, great reward for Billy the Kid, as they call him.
Yeah, Billy Smith, as I said earlier in the game, he had a horrendous run with injuries. And he actually went to Anthony Minicello. If you remember Minicello late in his career, he had all those neck problems and back problems. He went on these revolutionary diets with intermittent fasting, all this sort of stuff. And Billy Smith's been doing this. He reckons he's never felt better. And it's paying off. He's played nearly every game this year.
So how many ACLs? He's had at least two.
And there was a shoulder reconstruction.
Oh, it's been horrible for him.
I think the Roosters sent him to the States to get tested on his body and balancing his body and this sort of stuff.
He didn't like that.
Well, he's got the best part of his career left in front of him.
Stay behind.
Well, Manly looking up at the scoreboard thinking, how are we going to get our way back into this now at 22-2? 22-2. Yes, at the SCG.
Richie. Great man, Richie.
I'm just going to aim at Phil Gould's teeth. He had more of the series, Collins, than he was.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
Oh, shots! That was Kohler. But they're quickly off, aren't they, down this left-hand side. Smith got it away. Tupou back infield. No one tackled him. He ran straight past two of them. Oh, he's gone away from them, Smith. Oh, good catch. In the gully. And now Reuben Garrick.
Well, something Manly. Just something different. Maybe channel Phil Blake in the late 80s in the chip and chase.
Chipped over me 3 times in a game of football one day, Phil Blake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 3 times he chipped over me and regathered.
How long since you've seen a halfback chip and chase and regather?
Long time.
Oh, Nathan,
This again?
Nathan did one. He's done a couple actually this year, but Schuster got around a couple of them.
Oh, it's a full moon. What happened then?
what happened? Gee, Victor looks confused as well.
He looks guilty. That's what he looks.
Guilty as charged. Would you like to represent this man? Come on, Manly, something. Sipley. Played it to Croker. And here's Jake Trebojevic. You say he had one tackle bust in 3 years? Jake Trbojevic.
He has.
He stopped a few, hasn't he? Madison on the 10. Here's Jake. Here's DCE. They've just got them covered everywhere. Coley, nowhere to go. Uh-oh. Stop.
Penalty. Jared!
The big dog wants to challenge. Uh-oh. This has got danger written all over it.
Okay. Coming up to the 5th tackle.
Be hard to say no to him.
We have a captain challenge from the Roosters disputing the decision that the hand came in and knocked the ball out.
I like Kohler's action after it, where he was clapping in Jared's face. Wonder what that would have happened in the 80s.
Tackle is complete at this stage. Jared Warrior-Hargraves continues to hold the arm of Tolu Kohler and fails to give him space. This is considered ruck interference. The challenge is unsuccessful.
He held the
Throw it out.
Ruck interference has been looked at. Let's go home! Challenge unsuccessful. No more challenges, Roosters. Just over there. Daly.
So, Warrior-Hargreaves, none from one tonight. Fresh set for Manly. Madison tackled by Wong and JWH as well. Cherry Evans trying to run through a gap, couldn't. Butcher brings him to ground. 6 more, and out the pack through the hands of Schuster. Garrick, he's beaten them all. Oh, just not the last one. Tedesco, outstanding defence. He looked over for all money.
Well, Victor Radley then in cover just grabbed at his hamstring. He's there making the tackle. Just might have a look at the replay there.
But they've got 20 metres backwards here. Cherry Evans plays it. Centre of the field, Croker, Sipley.
Oh, is there a hip drop here?
Oh.
It's the last tackle. It's all right, sir. All right, let someone else play the ball. Come on, let's go. Someone else play the ball. Daly.
He's taking the ball and going home.
Wait. Mark straight. Let's go. Last tackle, go.
Well, they went to go wide off a 45-second play the ball. First thing I was taught as a halfback, never move the ball sideways off a slow play the ball.
Let's go. Play the ball, James. Marcus here.
Talking about young Siwa Wong earlier tonight on debut.
Here's Victor. He comes over. Does he grab it at him? Yeah, he grabs it off hamstring there.
Lock and move.
Siwa Wong on debut. 39 tackles so far. Still 20 minutes to go. No misses. He hasn't missed one.
Go.
Referee hasn't missed one either.
Go.
Someone's been binned.
Oh, off he gets. He's gone to the bin. Well, it is 15 penalties in the game. It was probably time. Toff Sipley. Where's the brunt of Ashley Klein's dissatisfaction? That makes it harder.
Let's see if the Roosters can open the shoulders here.
Tackle. Jake Trbojevic.
Wait here. Wait.
You see Lindsay Collins again.
Terrell May on the ground.
Set him up now. Hold here.
Tackled centre field. Madison was the defender. Butcher underneath off a Keary pass. Within 33 of Manly's line now.
Balance and control.
Oh.
Hey, that's against you, Nat. You've lost it. No balance and control. Where do you want it? Manly, where do you want to play the ball?
So, what will a win do here for the Roosters with respect to the top 8. Let's have a look at what they've got coming. There'll be a win out. And like I mentioned, it's a doable run home for them. The big one is the clash with South Sydney.
The for and against is a worry. Minus 90.
Well, they're 2 wins outside the 8, but there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams between them and the 8.
Garrick's kick, Cole is chasing, they're all chasing. If it bounces to Tedesco. Well, that sums up Manly's night. A bit of enterprise, and they had the fastest bloke that Manly has chasing it. Well, 2 of them, actually. Bounced straight to Teddy. Is that for and against? For and against is going to play a big role with those last couple of slots in the 8.
We're going forward, Joey. Let's go.
They are perennial finalists, as we know. They've been in the finals 9 of Trent Robinson's 10 seasons. So this year, that record might be tarnished somewhat.
40-20.
It's a good kick. It slides towards the touch. That's a beauty by Hutchison.
Yeah, just inside the 40. Nailed it. Now that would have been into the nor'easter. Bradley Fittler, was that into the wind?
He sort of kept it under. Watch how low he punched the ball here. Look at that, kept it nice and low. Jeez, it was running out of legs.
Yeah, the breeze stopped it.
Made it.
Well, here's the Roosters up against 12 men. Should be posting points now.
Hutchison, low catch by Tedesco. Back he comes to the middle. He's got Bullimore in front. Dodges him. Jake got him. Didn't finish the tackle though. Nice offload. Smith. Here's Wong. Try. He's first in the big leagues.
Well, he's made 39 tackles. This is his starting debut. 39 tackles tonight in 60 minutes. Hasn't missed one. And just a little glimpse of the attacking prowess that he's got here. Harvey Norman replay. The ball goes across to the left. Tedesco comes back. He'll keep it alive. Sandon Smith there to support. He gets across field. He picks up Wong, who hits the line hard, reaches over his back and puts the ball down. Good stuff.
So the young gun in his first run. Oh. So he gets his first try. Siwa. Oh.
Under review for a double movement.
The ball carrying arm of Siwa Wong touches the ground here. There is a player in contact affecting a tackle. The ball is then promoted into the in goal.
Oh, that's all rubbish. That's momentum.
I'll explain it to you.
What rubbish?
I'm not going to argue. Yes.
He's rolled it over like that.
And I get that. But
That's
what it's
rubbish.
about is because the ball carrying arm touches the ground, the point where the arm touches has to make the in goal area.
He hasn't
I get
extended
that.
it. He hasn't
Yeah,
extended
but
his
he's
arm.
promoted the ball, right? So he needed his body to get in goal.
Rubbish.
His body didn't. It's where that arm was when it was touching. Okay? In this instance, it's not because, because he's reached out.
That's a try in every grade of rugby league from under 5s
back here,
through the
guys.
New South Wales Cup. Only in the NRL can you get that disallowed.
22-2. It remains.
Maybe the bunker dislikes the score. 22-2.
Parker. Most disappointing for Manly. There's a shot. Nathan Brown. Oh, it was high.
Force here, Joey, 'cause he's run in as well.
And they're getting...
Time off.
There's a bit of angst out there now. I'd sense there's just sheer frustration from the Seagulls.
Guys, just let go of
Have
each
not
other.
been in the game at all.
It's his first tackle, wasn't it? Nathan Brown.
It's a minimum of that.
He's an emotional
Just take all your
player.
guys that way. It will be. It will be. It's about to be. Just stay still. I can only blow the penalty.
He might be sitting down.
Just back away. Just back away. I haven't seen it, mate.
Ooh, we didn't miss him.
Just take the guys back there. Take the guy. Take the guy. Nathan! Yeah, I've got you. I'm just going to send him off. Yeah.
Oh, send off.
Hey, James.
Wow.
Over here. All right, so the issue is you've run out of the line with intent there. You've left the ground. You're off.
Whoa. His first tackle and he's gone.
They're looking at it now. Just take your guys there. They're looking at it. He's running out high. He's jumping.
Well, he certainly clattered him.
What was it? He's coming out of the line with intent. Don't you always come off the line with intent? Well, he wasn't coming off the line thinking I'm going to hit him in the head.
No, but he did.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't. It's a sin bin. I don't see it's a send-off. Freddie?
Well, he also mentioned coming off the ground. So as you can see, as he comes up,
We are not arguing. We need to go.
coming into contact, he comes off the ground, and that's where he whacks him in the neck or the head or the chin.
Let's go.
Hey, guys, did Peter Kelly get sent off first tackle at the SCG one day?
First tackle of the game. It was Anzac Day. He beat the Bugler back to the members. Bugler gave us the last post, and he was trundling off with the two chairmen. They kicked off. Peter Kelly got sent off, ran off the field and ran past the Bugler on the way to the man to Wimberstein.
Did Peter Kelly have a unique defence with the judiciary about high tackles?
Yeah, was that night?
Would he say something to do with our sounds or something?
I'll tell you in a minute. I want to see if Manly get a try here.
14 short. It's a story worth hearing. Schuster, chips, follows. There's the chip and chase.
There it is. Phil Blake. He wore the number 6 jersey for Manly.
That's what we said, little chip and chase. He does this a lot, Schuster. He's quite uncanny. Sets up tries with little chip kicks, and he does this a lot. Harvey Norman replay. Phil Blake over the top. Regather. Manly on the board.
Well, it's a trend now. Fullbacks defending the line close to their try line. Tedesco was in the defensive line on the short side. Schuster sees that. Can that spark him? Well, simply, he's got about 4 minutes to go, hasn't he? So it'll be 13 on 12.
Yeah.
Well, it's 12 on 12 at the moment. That'll loosen things up, and then Manly will have the advantage for the rest of the contest. Still 16 minutes to go.
Just remember that James is a captain, all right? I understand emotional things happen. Let's not react. Let's not react.
Well, there's a bit of his skill shining through. Backs himself, chips over the top, follows up, try. First of the game. Brandon Smith back on the ground. Ray Vayunga plays it on his own 20-metre line. Goes to Bullimore this time. They haven't put this game beyond reach, the Roosters, have they? It's teetering there, but whether Manly can manufacture the sort of attack that sees them reel this lead in is another matter.
Is that a crack, Dean Madison?
Played a lot of cup football. He's in his mid-20s and one of those sort of later.
He played 5'8". He's playing in forwards.
Oh, Teddy slicing through. Slicing, dicing. Manly trying to get back there. Here's Billy. One more here, and it's hard. It's hard now. May, an offload to Smith. Not much doing. Long takes a run. Smith. Carey kicks through. Oh, good intercept. Kohler. Oh, he knocked it on. He probably saved a try.
Ready on the scrum?
It was great setup. Freddie.
Yeah, you see this too often. James Tedesco makes a 40-metre break, and the next play was a centre just running to the middle of the field. Billy Smith had to find a pass. The big difference I find with the teams right at the top and those that are finding their way is just that playing off the cuff and just backing each other. You know, running the ball and settling in the middle of the field just wasn't the play. Had to find a pass, find someone fast, find someone creative.
Hold it, let's go. Okay, let's go. Time on. Go,
10 metres out. Hutchison for Keary now. And Tedesco around the back. Lovely. Lovely. Suali'i.
That was too easy. Sure saw the skill of this man. Harvey Norman replay. Nothing doing here. Tedesco just goes whack. Bit of footwork straight through. Opens the shoulders there, Tedesco. And after the grubber kick, they get a scrum. And you got to say that's too easy. Catch, second man play, catch and pass. Too easy. See the fancy handshake here. A lot of practicing this.
So their fifth try. And Suali'i off the back of some lovely deft skill by James Tedesco, who has been ever present tonight.
This will be a really tough kick for Joseph, because we've got that nor'easter blowing. Here's the try. Tedesco, lovely hands. And he shapes the ball, puts a bit of right to left on it, a bit of that draw. So with this breeze, he'll have to put this ball about 4 or 5 metres out, outside the near post.
Away to the left.
Very good. Come off. Make sure you stay behind. Stay behind, Jake.
Well, let's see if the Roosters can go on with the job here. Yeah, I don't think they wanted the advantage there.
Scrum. Scrum in the middle, shot clock on.
Well, Gus,
Let's go, guys.
clearly they've been the superior outfit. Moving forward out of this, albeit not the greatest of games overall, but have they been better? Have you liked what you've seen from the Roosters?
I like their defence. I like their defence early in the game. It's the best I've seen it for a long time.
Break.
And winning helps. It makes for a better week of training and maybe gives them a little bit of momentum. I think looking at the draw and all the permutations, I can't really see them making the 8. But you know, finishing the year on a high note gives you momentum into the off season and hopefully momentum into the start of next year.
Gee, the NRL season started superbly, hasn't it? Even bigger and better this year. 4 new teams have joined the ranks, and there is bragging rights up for grabs every weekend. Some of those new clubs have started with a real bang. Head to nrl.com/tickets to get your seats today. NRL Women's Telstra Premiership, real power, unreal passion.
They started the year as almost premiership favourites, the Roosters, with the roster that they had. People saying best roster in the competition. So everyone's been a bit mystified that they're going to miss the 8. Or most likely will miss the 8.
Kohler dragged down. 10 to play here. Manly with just the 1 try. Sipley, after his 10-minute sit down, is back on the ground. Schuster goes one way, back the other. And a backhander to DCE. And he shapes it off the outside of his boot, but it's intercepted by Daniel Tupou. Now Manu.
Do you think Trent Robinson will persist, Gus, with Drew Hutchison at halfback and Sandon Smith on the bench?
Well, it's looked good tonight, hasn't it? They've been looking for something different. I don't know where Sam Walker is so far as getting back to playing.
So we're hearing that he might be back in New South Wales Cup next week.
Well, that'll be good. You'll probably need a couple of confidence builders and just a couple at the back end of the year just to give him some confidence going into the off-season. Drew Hutchison, you know, he came through as a prodigious talent as a halfback.
No, they've bundled him over.
Just not their night, Manly.
They've been pretty drab tonight, Manly. I think just physically they're worn out a little at the moment. They need a bit of a freshen up. And Roosters have been good in defence. They've frustrated them.
Carey stood up with the taller man, held him up, and over they go.
He's also stood up to Olakuatu tonight. They've got him one-on-one a few times, and Keary's got him. They're Manly the next couple of weeks. They go, I think they play Penrith next week at home, and then they've got the Warriors away. This was their grand final tonight.
Back to the middle, Keary. Looked long and played short to Butcher. Oh, good late offload in heavy traffic. Now Manu. Can he bobble that? Yeah, he did. No. And he mouthed,
You're not the captain
he
too many
mouthed off.
times, Lindsay.
What's the record for amount of penalties and 6 to
You've got an
go?
opportunity to call. I'll come there in a minute.
I remember Matt Chech
I'll come back to you, James, without a penalty.
at Shark Park.
There's 36 penalties.
Yeah. They've stopped counting the 6 agains on the stat sheet. I think there's about 17 or 18 penalties. So they're well into the 30s. Plus a send in, plus a send off.
It's a good result for the Roosters, but it's been a funny sort of game. You've just been waiting for someone to get going. It's been stop-start.
Matthew, I love rugby league. I've been into it all my life. This has been a terrible game.
You said it.
I'm not going to sugarcoat the bitter pill. It's been a shocker. I love rugby league. I love it. This has been a shocker.
Keep going, keep going.
You're thinking it. He said it.
I'm thinking much worse. Another chip.
Oh, he's landed it behind him. It's a try to Parker.
We've called for the chip and chase. They've scored 2 tries off the chips. Once again, Tedesco in the line, defending in the line. Schuster sees it, looks up, backs himself. Brad Parker. Harvey Norman replay. He gets it over the top of Suoliti, and then Brad Parker scores the try.
For a big man, he's got a lot of success rate with this chip kick. Every time he chip kicks it, something happens. Not just tonight, but I've seen it all year.
Oh, he's got skill.
Very deft touch.
So much skill. Josh Schuster. Try confirm.
Manly's second most popular redhead of all time, Brad Parker. Wholehearted player. And that's not coming around. Macca's Saturday night footy's back for the rest of the year in the run to the finals. The biggest Saturday games live and free and in prime time, and we're kicking it off with the Dolphins and the Sharkies from Optus Stadium, Perth. So Souths are playing the Sharks, aren't they? This says Dolphins, that says Souths, and it is Souths. South Sharks from Perth. 50,000 they're
Big
saying.
crowd they're saying, yes.
Stay behind, guys.
The Knights, they got the Dolphins in the first game. And the Bunnies, I think the Bunnies may come out and have a big win. It'll be a great game. Cronulla have to win.
Yep, they're in that must-win territory now. You would have thought they were top 4 bound midway through the year. Well, they're going to struggle to make the 8. Here's another chip. Saab now. Saab in the clear. And we know how quick he is. He kicks ahead. It's a chipathon. Bullamore's there. Oh, no. Oh, and they bobbled.
Oh, there's some action. Beautiful from Terry Evans to Saab. Saab kicks back in field. There's a number of Manly jerseys around, and somehow they all managed to run past it. Left little kick back inside. Manly. Grab it. Just someone grab it. Grab it. No.
Saab had Kohler on the inside. He's lightning. No one would have got a hand on him. He decided to kick. So he kicked that one in the first half, and he could hear you wrapping him up, Gus. So I thought, I'll do it
Drew,
again.
on report. We're going to have a high tackle on a penalty. Made high contact and not reportable. Just wait.
Not Drew Hutchison.
Just wait.
They
Back
didn't
10,
like
guys.
that.
Let me get out of the way. You're going to tap it. Wait. Back 10.
The Roosters
Back
fans
10.
love Drew.
Come on.
I remember one night they have a man of the match, an on-field crowd-voted man of the match. And Drew Hutchison got 96% of the vote, and I reckon he played 2 minutes off the bench. Terry Evans. He's going to kick again. Parker's coming. Over the back. They should just kick. From their own 10, just kick ahead. They're pretty good at it.
Stay onside. Stay onside.
Is that the penalty?
That's the penalty. He's on report for it too.
He's on report.
What's the time, Luke? Stay behind.
I'll go short.
It's come from Manly, and Trebojevic knocked it back.
Someone who needs a freshen up. I've seen Jake North get some sun for a week. He has worked himself all year to a standstill. How many tackles tonight? 530s.
Just Garrick, Ben Trebojevic now.
6 to go.
What's happened? The stats screen blown up, has it? Can't locate count. Short pass. Oh, good tackle. Oh!
Grabbed him early. Mark wasn't there. Penalty's over here.
So that's the 20th penalty of the game. Sipley. Oh, Inley pulled through the big fella.
Help! Don't hold him, guys. Let go.
2 metres out.
Marcus.
Manly looking for one to take back to the Northern Beaches with them. Kohler with great tackle. Great defence. Tupou denying Kohler. Olakau'atu, left foot step. He beat Wong, but he couldn't beat Tupou. The winger racing from marker. Back-to-back tackles for him. Across to Schuster. Cherry Evans. Floating one over the top. Parker. Tapped it back. All over them.
He got crunched then, Brad Parker. He caught that ball and his ribs were exposed. And they went whack.
Smothering them up. They've been excellent defence. Bullimore. Another tackle by Wong. What's he up to?
52.
Wow.
52 tackles.
Good left.
Chip out wide. Back off Parker. Oh, simply with a floater. It's still the last that's been knocked down by Billy Smith.
Oh, play on.
Oh, play on.
Olakau'atu does the 360.
He might get past Keary here. He clung on for the right baller in the corner. Kohler.
Wow.
Oh, that was good footy.
Wow. What's the big fella in action here? What's this? A highlight right at the end of the game. Hamali Olakau'atu. What's this? He'll hustle back. It's sort of a hustle. Picks it up. Now, Billy Smith, get out of my way. Go away. Go away. Luke Keary, get out of my way. Hold him up. Hold him up. Harvey Norman replay, then finds the offload. That is brilliant. What a talent.
So good.
What a talent. This is
big.
This is Sonny Bill Williams-esque. That's brilliant.
He would be a nightmare to tackle Olakau'atu. Big, athletic, late footwork, long levers that fend. Look at him.
Yeah.
Machine. You know the story how they recruited him? He was driving his mate to training. He was in the car waiting. And the under-20s coach said, "Who's that over there?" He said, "Oh, it's my mate. He drives me to training." Tell him to come out and train. That's how they signed him.
Wow. Good spot.
Good Uber driver.
Yeah. So Garrick leaves it out right. Tomorrow night, this is must watch, and there'll be a full house at Bluebet Stadium. It'll be heaving. Panthers Storm. Friday night footy. Bring that on. All the action. 7:30 p.m. right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. It hums Bluebet Stadium when they pack them in, particularly Friday nights. It's a great rivalry between those two clubs. Well, they've restored a bit of respectability here.
It's only 10 the difference. Granted, the Roosters have been down to 12 men for the last 20 minutes.
So 30 seconds to go, and here's Sipley. Hutchison with the tackle. So the Roosters can bank 2 points and refocus on next week's assignment. And that challenge they've got to win them all, leading into the finals. Might not be enough to get them there, but it would be a great way to finish off what's obviously been a disappointing season for the club. Ruben's going to chip here. Knocked on by Tupou. That brings Thursday night footy to a conclusion on the field. Roosters 26. Manly 16.